Hidden beneath the hillside on the outskirts of Castleton lies arguably the best cave in Derbyshire. 𝗧𝗢𝗥𝗖𝗛𝗘𝗦 being the 8th cave discovered at the time following a single streamway, and the name Jackpot given due to the vast system discovered which dwarfed the others before it. There is currently over 2 kilometres of passage available to cavers, but with most of the cave out of reach by sumps, a vast amount of this system is accessible only to cave divers willing to enter its depths. For a cave of its size, 𝗧𝗢𝗥𝗖𝗑𝗘 presents a surprisingly complex labyrinth that will likely require multiple visits to fully appreciate its intricacies. The cave features multi-level passages that weave over and under one another, with various streams that appear and vanish along alternative routes and side passages. As an active 𝗧𝗛𝗦𝗘𝗘𝗦, 𝗧𝗢𝗥𝗖𝗑𝗘 is prone to flooding during rainy conditions. Although few areas within the cave become dangerously flooded, the volume of water flowing through can render many sections very risky and challenging to navigate. Here's a clip of what the entrance looked like on one of our previous visits. This was recorded after just 1 week of bad rain. From here, there is another 50 metres of streamway passage, which leads to what's known as the first pitch. This pitch is around 8 metres in depth, but requires around 25 metres of rope to be rigged correctly. There are other options to progress in this cave, what's known as the high level route, which is a much higher pitch around 20 metres and is entered by climbing up into the ceiling via the streamway and dropping out near the base of the first pitch. This is considered to be the safest way to tackle the cave in wet conditions, as it avoids the first pitch, which in heavy rain can become a raging torrent and impassable to cavers. The second pitch is another 8 metres down, which leads us into Overflow Passage, a tight 47 metre section of cave which then leads us into Mud Hall. For this visit, we intended to visit 4 sumps, sump B, C, D and 1.
Come down here.
As long as you don't go down in the suit, it's alright. You come back up. Get a bit deep, sorry.
It helps to have an efficient wetsuit or undersuit in this cave, as in wet conditions the torrent can be strong enough to carry people away, as seen in this clip from a previous visit. This is what's known as a streamway cave, formed primarily through the action of water flowing over rock, gradually dissolving it over a very long period of time. While there are alternative routes that avoid some of the high water risks, these should only be attempted by cavers experienced in wet conditions, as P8 has one of the highest rates of rescues from high water and hypothermia call-outs within the Peak District.
So up there's the way to Ben's Dig. Ben's Dig. Ben can keep his dig. See where the streams and vanishes.
There is evidence of diving that has taken place since the 1960s, when the cave was first explored, and is a practice that continues to this day.
Oh, I love how that water ripples down, that's mesmerising. Jackpot, you can get hard, can't you? Yeah. Carry on that way, yeah. There's a lot more passage that way.
Extensive efforts have been undertaken to push this system over the years, resulting in 10 sumps and kilometres of passage being discovered. With our team exploring some of the sumps, we headed back out of the system, with some of us exploring a different way, checking out the high level route in reverse.
Get away.